Yeah, here we go. I'm TJ Quake, the ghetto gamer on this gaming thing.
Yeah. What's crackin', ladies and gentlemen? This is TJ Quake, your ghetto gamer. Once again, we are back in the mix. And we are here with some crazy flavor as always. News for us conservatives. It's great news for the lefties, the far left progressive crazy fools. It's not so happy. Yeah, not so happy for them and everything. But for us people with moral standards, people that want things to kind of go back to good old fashioned normal, you know, when we all had like, sense and logic and things were, you know, kind of like on an even kind of plane, you know, this is good news for us and so forth. And once again, just welcome to TJ Quake's Ghetto Gaming Pop Culture Talk, where I come at you raw. I hope all you people out there on the podcast land are hearing this nice and clear and clean and so forth. I had a podcast earlier that was supposed to be talking on the gaming industry and the new stuff that's coming out on that. It's still coming because the game shows, the Xbox game show, Bethesda game show, Riot Games, all those cool things are coming out, and it's looking really cool for some cool games coming out on the consoles and the PC, and I'm very excited about that. So I'll be talking about all those cool things on another podcast. But today we are talking today's topic is Lia Thomas and the rest of the trans community out there. Okay, no hate on any of you guys, but you guys finally needed something to kind of put you guys back in the position of it's okay to do what you're doing, be you, but don't put you and all your fantasy world stuff on all of us. And FINA, I guess the world's the women's sports organization for that and the Olympics decided to say something about all the craziness that's going on with trans women, men who want to become women. It's basically telling them that, guess what? You guys hold an unfair advantage. We finally realize this, and we are realizing that the community at large, worldwide, because this will go to the Olympics, other countries are not having it. They're not having it. That's the real truth, ladies and gentlemen. Places like China, Russia, the Middle Eastern countries, India, amongst a number of other countries, they're not having this whole thing. They don't think like U.S. does. See, that's the problem with all these little blue hair, pink hair, purple hair, little lunatics out here today, is that they don't realize that this shit only works here in America. Because you guys, cry and boo-hoo about it all the time. And these other countries, not so much. So you guys that always keep saying you hate America so much, you better thank God you live in America, because if you blue hair, pink hair, all you little knuckleheads like that were living in these other countries, you wouldn't be getting this way. You wouldn't be getting your way. Matter of fact, you probably find yourself under a prison somewhere. In the Middle East, you'd probably be, yeah. So, they don't play in these other countries, dude. Only America plays with you little silly, stupid little children and so forth. They deal with all this nonsense. So today is great news because FINA basically is coming out saying, guess what, trans community? It's not fair to real women. Seems how you guys are all having this debate about women and everything, and we'll be getting into that in just a little bit too later on in this podcast and then on this video stream. We're gonna be getting into that too, because we're not gonna be having that. And but anyway, so we're finding out that FINA is like putting a stop to this mess, and we're gonna go ahead and read about that. We also got a little bit of video on that. We got some hypocritical flavor from Lia Thomas and her first exclusive interview. Okay, his first exclusive interview, shall I say. See, I don't fall for all the bullshit. You want to call yourself a she, he, or whatever the thing. I'm going to call you what you actually are, your biological flow. Because now I guess that's what we have to always say now is biological, by the biology. We always got to, now we got to throw that in everything we say when it comes to this shit. Because these fools don't get it. So when we're talking about real women, we're talking about biological women. People that have an X and Y chromosome. That's what makes a woman. Yes. I'm sorry to tell you. And you were born with just a Y one, Lia Thomas. So yeah, I'm sorry. You see how tall this guy, I think I got a picture of this guy, how tall this dude is compared to all the other females. brings this up real quick because this is worth a million. This is worth a million words. I'm going to show you that pic right here. I'm going to bring that sucker up right now so you guys can see that shiz right here. Now you see this picture over here. I'll see if I can blow that up. I'll see if I can blow it up. I don't know if it'll blow up on here. Let's see if it'll blow up. Here we go. Right there. Right there, y'all. Now look at the size of Lia Thomas compared to these other two real women and everything. You see see the body structure, the shoulders, the height. This is freaking. This is what Phillips, Michael Phillips. This is Michael Phillips right here, dressed in drag. That's what that is. This is Michael Phillips saying, "I want to swim with the girls now. It's only fair. I think I should be able to swim with the girls now. It's only fair." Yeah. Sure it is. Yeah, when he got this right here, look at the length of this dude compared to these women. He's already beating them in the pool by his length alone. Every stroke he gets, they have to do 2 more strokes to catch up to his 1 stroke. Think about that, ladies and gentlemen. His size alone and everything. His arm structure, his arm length. She pulled her arms out and everything. His arm right now, guarantee you, she put her arms out, she'd be barely touching his waist to be able to touch his waist. So she put her arms out like that. He puts his arms out, he'd be knocking her in the head. Boom. Oh, sorry, girl. Sorry, I was just stretching my arm out. Was that your head? Oh, damn. Yeah, that's what would happen. Because this dude's arm length, his leg length is freaking humongous compared to these women. So, he's sitting there in first place. This was the real winner right here. You see this girl right here in second place? I believe her name is Emily or Emma. Emma. Yeah, Emma. It shows right here, University of Pennsylvania swimmer Lia Thomas accepts the winning trophy as second place finisher Emma Wyant and third place finisher Erica Sullivan. So technically she won second, she won first, ladies and gentlemen. Let's congratulate Emma for winning the women's NCAA swimming meet there. Let's go ahead and, there we go. That's the real winners right there, baby, doll. Not this flip neck right here who says, I just didn't feel comfortable swimming with men. And what he really was trying to say is that I was losing to men. And so I needed to find a sport that I could do. I needed to get into something because I love swimming still. But what can I do? Oh, I know. I'll join the women's sports because I know I'll be able to dominate them. Oh, did I say that? I mean, no. I just wanted to be me, and I just felt that I wanted to be me, and there's nothing wrong with me being me. Yeah. But not anymore, buddy. Oh no, Lia Thompson's days are over, ladies and gentlemen, because this flip neck is not going to get to swim no longer in the women's flow because and I'm going to show you this video of FINA basically breaking the news down. That's Lia Thompson's silence. We're going to get into that one. But let's see. Where is that bad boy at? I believe it's around her. The world swimming body effectively bans transgender women from women's events. Woo! Woo! That's what I'm cheering that on because I believe in women's rights. I'm a true believer for women. Okay? I believe that women should have the right to be able to have a fair match. And that some dude shouldn't be able to come in there and saying he's a girl all of a sudden and be able to go in there. Because this fool, let me tell you, he didn't cut off his swanker yet. Oh, no, he still got that shiz. Oh, yeah, the girls were complaining about that. For you guys want to go deeper into stuff, this boy be in the locker rooms with his shiz all swinging and laying around and about in the girls' locker room, acting like he's still a girl. And girls are like, hey, but we don't have that. We don't have 2 ball sacks and a big old slong hanging. We don't have that. Yeah, this fool right here, he's got it all swinging, dinging, and say, "Hi, girls." Yeah, not correct. So, right here, University of Pennsylvania transgender athlete Lia Thomas completes at a NCAA swimming and diving championship in March. I'm not going to say her. His success became a focus of debate. Because he wants to call himself a her. FINA, the world governing body for swimming, has voted to effectively ban transgender women. And matter of fact, I should make this a little bigger for you guys so you guys can properly see this in its context. Let me go ahead and zoom in on that lettering for you guys so you guys can see that It's a little bit bigger there. So you guys, I want to make it so you people, eyesight ain't all that great. FINA, the world governing body for swimming, has voted to effectively ban transgender women from participating in the women's swimming competition. The vote with 71.5% approval at the FINA Extraordinary General Congress 2022 in Budapest. Now think about this, Budapest, y'all. Budapest is like, yo, dog, no, we don't go that route here. We don't do that up in here. No, that's not us. And so forth. So let me move this off the neck for a second. I'll be putting that on in just a second. So anyway, Budapest was the latest salvo in an ongoing fight over whether trans athletes should compete according to their gender identity or their sex assigned at birth. And now they're getting crazy with that now. Well, the doctors are making mistakes. Really? Because I see two balls and a little ding-a-ling right there. So how's that a mistake? Only boys have that. The girls don't have that. So how did I make a mistake? Anybody did that? You don't have to be a doctor to figure that. You don't have to be Einstein, ladies and gentlemen, to figure that one out. They've been doing this from the beginning of time. Okay. But anyway, let's digress. We have to protect the rights of other athletes to compete, but we also have to protect competitive fairness at our events, especially the women's category at FINA competitions. FINA's president, Hussein Musallam, I hope I'm not messing his name up, said in a statement, under the policy, transgender women must show that they have not experienced any part of male puberty beyond Tanner stage 2 or before age 12, whichever is later. So in other words, they're basically saying, this is the bad news about this whole thing, ladies and gentlemen. We'll be getting into a lot of this too, is that they're saying that if you transitioned after age 12, sorry, no can do, you can't do it. But they're saying if you did do this transitioning deal before 12, like you were 10, maybe you were doing it at 7. They're trying to push it towards these kids. So now it's going to be putting more pressure on little children now the parents going to be like, beauty pageant time. We got to really, how them beauty pageant parents were. They do anything to get their kid into that beauty pageant and win the big prize. So now you're going to get these crazy knucklehead parents who are already abusive, in my personal opinion, and everything, and should have their kids taken away, who want to put these puberty blockers on their little children at age 5 and 6 and shit like that. These people are crazy and they should be locked up. Because these people are abusing children. So if you do that kind of craziness just so you can get a kid in a swim meet, are you kidding me? Really? The kid's like, they got Miguel. Oh, you're only 4. Okay, no problem. Yeah, cut his dick off. Cut it off. We gotta cut it off because he says he's a girl. So I'm gonna be a supportive mother to my child, and I'm gonna make sure that my child gets what he deserves, and that means removing his penis. Yes, cut it. I don't want to look. That's what these fools are doing, ladies and gentlemen. So let's go on and let's see what these guys got to say. Let's see what these guys got to say. Make sure I got this thing on. Okay, here we go.
We have to protect the rights of all our athletes to compete. But we also have to protect competitive fairness at our events, especially women's competition, and also the past record and achievement of the women. It is a policy that is based on science. It is a policy that we need to introduce in order to protect.
And let's stop on that one, what he just said there. It's something that's based on science. Something these freaking flipnicks used to always argue about. When they went to debate about God and God's existence and all that. Oh, no, we believe science. We believe science. That's what they always say. Science, 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 right? Okay, well, here it is, science. And now you guys don't want to believe that because now it's going against your narrative. It's going against what you guys want to do. Anything that we want to do immorally, we have to figure out how we can make it look immorally by making sure that other people look at themselves and not look at us as the bad people. We're going to reverse it, and we're going to make the public look like they're the bad guys and they're being the immoral ones. And we're standing on truth and safety and our belief in us, and it's our bodies, and Hey, you can do it all you want. Like I always say, do you. Just don't come over here and make me have to be up in your zone believing the craziness that you want to believe. Let's further go on with this. Can continue.
Take the competitive fairness of our event. However, I completely understand that this is a policy which will not be supported by some of our transgender athletes.
And there you have it. So it's not going to be supported.
Looking for a free project?
Turn that mess off, daggone. It's not going to be supported, ladies and gentlemen. And the reason why is because people ain't stupid. People ain't stupid about this stupid stuff anymore. They're not playing along with the game. They're not doing that. They're like going, hey, whoa, wait a minute. We're Christians over here. We're conservatives over here. Whether you're a conservative, Christian, independent, the leftists, there's Democrats, people. There's a lot of people that don't agree with this shit and so forth. It ain't just conservatives and Republicans. We're not the only ones in this boat, dog. There's a lot of people who are like, hey, whoa, you got to cross the line a little bit there. You want this guy to come in there with my little girl? Well, he's a woman now. He's a woman. He says he's a woman. I mean, she says she's a woman. She's a woman and everything. No, he's. This dude's not a woman. It's just obvious and everything. I'm not letting my little girl go in there if that fool's going in there. No, it ain't happening. See, that's when you cross that line, ladies and gentlemen. And that's all people don't understand. The reason why we get so upset and we would have no problem with you people if you just freaking kept that shit on your side of the aisle. You know how they had the Pride Parade? Cool, have the Pride Parade. Nobody's going over there trying to mess with you guys. Nobody's saying, oh, get out of here with that pride. No, you can have your pride. Do you? Like I always say, you guys want to get out there? You notice when they do Pride Parade, it's all sexual. Everybody's half butt naked and shiz. They got people walking around looking like dicks and so forth. Yeah. And then you got some parents that actually bring their children to this shiz. If you guys would have saw some of that stuff in that they were showing some of these Pride Parade things. Oh my gosh. Some disgusting ass shiz. You walk in that area, you get chlamydia. Okay, AIDS is walking all up in that shiz and so forth. These people are just nasty and their minds are so far gone. We're talking Sodom and Gomorrah, people. Sodom and Gomorrah. Woo! I'm surprised God ain't eliminated us yet and everything. God is very patient, peoples. Believe that. He's very patient. But he ain't going to be too patient for too long. Yeah, because there's going to be a reckoning coming. And these people are all going to feel that wrath. Unfortunately, they don't get it yet. But they will. Everything. Trust me, we don't all live forever. So, so that's the kind of stuff that you're seeing when it comes to that kind of thing and everything. But nobody's getting in their face. Nobody's going up there saying, "Hey, you guys can't be saying all this." No. We don't never say anything. Why? Because I'm not going to be at your event. I don't have to be there. It doesn't have to be in my face. I can just go over here and I don't have to see it. And so forth. My kid ain't going to go to see that because I'm not bringing my kid to that mess. Just like I'm not bringing my kid to go see Buzz Lightyear. Because Buzz Lightyear and Disney just got found out that Buzz Lightyear is not doing so well, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, it flopped in the theaters. Horrifying. Yeah, $600 million to make. These fools only made $51 million at the box office. First day opening. That's not good. That's horrible. They are not doing good. You want to know why? Because the message got out that they want to have same-sex kissing and the woman and all that. And kids, parents don't want to see all that. Parents ain't bringing their kids to see sex. They want to see, they were thinking they were going to go see Buzz Lightyear from Toy Story. Remember that Toy Story? Remember how humble and kid like that was when Disney was actually on their game for children's content and so forth? Now they want to push sexual flavor, whether it's straight sex or gay sex. Either way, whether you're straight or gay, it shouldn't be out there for kids. Not little 5-year-olds and 6-year-olds. We're not teaching them that shiz. But these gay people, because that's all their thing, their identity is sex. You see what I'm saying? You don't see straight people walking around, I'm straight. We're going to have a straight parade today because we're straight people and everything. My pronouns are they, them, and he, and zabi, and doodah and everything. We don't do stuff like that. That's not normal because mostly of the time people know what you are when they see you and everything. We don't see us doing that. There's not straight people going around. We have to have a straight month. There's nothing like that. Only gay people do that. The only reason why, because the only thing that identifies them is them having sex with somebody of the same sex. And sorry, transgender people, you guys are gay. You're gay. You're going to call you transgender all you want, but you were a man who wants to be a woman who now wants to be with another man. You're still a man. You're just a guy that's pretending he's a girl now, and now it makes sense for you to say, okay, I can still be with a guy. But hold on, why aren't straight males wanting to be with us? This is unconstitutional. This should be a crime. Oh yeah, they get mad because straight men don't want to be with trans people now. Oh yeah, they crying about that now because a guy who's straight don't want to be with a freaking another man. Who knows the guy's a man, but this guy's up there trying to fool motherfucker saying, well, I'm a woman. No, you ain't, motherfucker. You ain't a woman. You ain't not no woman. I'm sorry. Don't see, and that's when they want to push that narrative. Now you moving into my space. Now you trying to make me feel guilty because I don't want to date you. They trans people that are mad because straight men don't want to find them attractive and want to be with them. And now that's a problem for them. Because you're not fulfilling their fantasy. I'm not here for your fantasy. You do that to yourself, bro, and everything. Go find some other gay man, and then maybe you might have a chance. Or find another transgender. Find a trans man. How's about that? Then you have a woman who wants to be a man, and you, a man who wants to be a woman. Y'all can get together and see how that works. Oh, wait a minute. It's the same thing because it's a man and a woman getting together again. Because it all comes right back to a man and a woman combining together. So, yep, they can't do that either. Because that doesn't make sense. But anyway, so these flipnecks, we're going to get into Lia Thomas here, breaks silence. And let's see right here. Let's go right here. Now, this is right before they did this ban, right? And I believe Lia Thomas messed himself up by saying the stuff that he said in this interview. Because this flipneck, he's only thinking about me, myself, and I. What I want, what I feel. Who cares about the other people? But let's let him say it in his own words so you guys know exactly what I'm talking about. Let's go right here and let's listen to little Lia, you know.
Lia Thomas, the elite college athlete who became the first openly transgender woman to win an NCAA swimming title. She's speaking out at her first TV interview with Nightline's Juju Chang. Good morning, Juju.
Good morning to you, George. You know, Lia Thomas says
there
are
I ain't
two
got time
major
to hear what you got to say.
Identity and being trans.
Shockwaves across the country. 23-year-old Lia Thomas.
Lia Thomas pulling away.
Lia Thomas pulling away. Look at this.
History in March.
Look at that right there. Look how far away he is from everybody else.
Division I national title. But her athletic achievements.
Look how small she is compared to this dude.
Fierce debate over fairness in
say no to males competing as females.
Not fair.
Even a transgender.
It's just not a fair fight.
Throughout the controversy, Thomas
has largely
remained quiet.
He's still got balls hanging.
I knew
you see that in his bathing suit? My balls are still there.
I competed as a woman. I was prepared for that, but I also don't need anybody's permission to be myself and to do the sport that I love.
No, nobody's saying that we're giving you permission to be yourself. We're saying you need permission from other women, real women, that say, yo, dog, we don't accept you. You know, you're cool and everything. You mean a woman, that's cool. Hey, great. But it's a little unfair to us who don't have your bone density, your hand size, your arm length, your leg length, you know, your bone structure. We don't have that. So can you not compete against us so we can have a fair match against us real supposable cis women, as you call it, and so forth. Can we have that day for us, Mr. Lia Thomas, whose real name was Will, actually? Yeah, can we have that, Mr. Big Broad Nose, Broad Chin? Dude's got a rock hairstyle. Thinks he's a woman. Look, my hair is long, so I'm a woman. Really? Because I remember glam rock back in the 80s, dude. And those guys didn't call themselves women, but they had hair just like you do, long all down their back and everything. You know, Axl Rose, all of them. Look at all the old 80s rockers. Long hair. That's what it was. They didn't call themselves women. Let's listen to more of this foolishness.
Assigned male at birth, Thomas grew up in Austin, Texas, where she says she
Of
fell
course,
in love
Austin.
with swimming when she was just 4.
Liberals
But as
all
she
get
grew,
out.
she says she felt increasingly disconnected to her body.
I didn't feel like I was a boy. I was like, this isn't me. This isn't who I am.
Really?
Thomas earned a spot at her Ivy League dream school, UPenn, on the men's team. But by her sophomore year, she says her gender dysphoria left her depressed and suicidal.
I was barely going to classes. I could really barely get out of bed. And I said, I can't live like this anymore. I want to be able to do things I enjoy.
Even if it might cost me my swimming career.
Yeah, and that's part of what kept me from transitioning for so long, is I wasn't sure if I could continue swimming and doing the sport that I loved.
Thomas began HRT, hormone.
So he was depressed about being a boy, but he loved doing swimming, which he enjoyed doing. But I don't want to do swimming with boys because I'd rather swim with girls because I feel I'm a girl. Well, you know what? Why didn't you transition to being the trans woman that you decide you want to be and still swimming against the boys? Seems how it's not about that, you know, me wanting to change and go over and swim with girls. No, I just wanted to change for me. I wanted to be me. Okay, you could be you. You could be a trans woman, but you still got to swim against the boys, though. Why is it that we all have to? Why do we have to be? See, because what it comes down to, ladies and gentlemen, is that they want us to believe that they're women. It's not so much about them. See, the first hurdle was them not having a problem with their sex. They're the ones that have an issue with it. I don't feel comfortable. I felt suicidal. Okay, cool. Do something about it. You made yourself a woman. Kudos to you, brah. Have a great day and everything. But no, that's not enough. Hold up. I'm not done yet, ladies and gentlemen. Cis men and cis women. I'm not done. No. I want to be able to further this, and I want to be able to now go into the girls' bathrooms and the girls' locker rooms. And what the hell? Can I swim against the girls too? Yeah, I want to be able to do that because it makes me feel good. It makes me. Forget about everybody, how they feel. I don't care about that. It's about me. What about my rights? I'm a woman now, so I should have the right. Really? Okay. That's what they're talking about. That's really what it comes down to, peoples. It's not just about them wanting to be the people that want to change. They want us to change with them. And that's where the issue comes. That's where it lies, is that they want us to go along with their insanity, their illusions of grand illusions or whatever they call that. That they want that to be placed on us. Now we have to be about what they want. Instead of just them being happy about what they decided to do to themselves and do with all this stuff, you know, they want us to be joined in on that because now it's not complete unless we're in on it with them. Hey, you guys got to join my fantasy. You guys got to join my fantasy too. You got to believe in it too. I can't do it by myself. Okay. First he was up there saying, well, what me, what how I feel. Okay, great. But what about how we feel though? Because I don't feel that you're a woman. So I'm not going to go and join in with the fantasy that you believe you're a woman. So I'm sorry, dog. That's me, though. What about my feelings? What my rights? Oh, no. Oh, my rights get stomped on now? My rights get stomped on because because only your feelings count? That's how these fools act. That's why we get so upset, ladies and gentlemen, because they always want to stomp on our rights and our feelings to sustain their feelings. They don't feel complete until we're 100% in their fantasy world. And that's what I have a problem with. Continue.
Replacement therapy in May of her sophomore year, 2019.
The mental and emotional changes actually happened very quickly. I was feeling a lot better mentally. I was less depressed, and I lost muscle mass, and I became a lot weaker and a lot slower in the water.
Yeah, you really look a lot weaker.
After following NCAA
Does that look like a back that looks like it's weak?
Hormone therapy to change
This
gender
looks like a guy that stopped working out.
Thomas started her senior year on the women's team. But her success in the water was met with outrage leading up to the NCAA championships. Her critics say she jumped in the rankings between the men's and the women's team.
Straight up dude.
There are some who look at the data and suggest that you're enjoying a competitive advantage. What do you say to that?
There's a lot of factors that go into a race and how well you do. And the biggest change for me is that I'm happy. And sophomore year, when I had my best times competing with the men, I was miserable. And so having that be lifted is...
You know why he was miserable, ladies and gentlemen? You want to know why he was miserable? Because he was losing. He was losing in the men's competitions. He sucked. He loved the sport, but he hated losing. Now it's great again because guess what? He's winning. I wonder why. Oh, I just love it now. I feel so much more comfortable now. Yeah. I'm glad you feel comfortable. Everything. Forget everybody else's comfortability. As long as you feel comfortable, Leah, we want to make sure you're comfortable. You know, you comfortable? Should I get you you want an umbrella to keep the sun off of you? Go get him some tea. Come on, bring him some tea. What do you like to drink? You want to get some tea? We just want to make sure that you're comfortable. Okay? Take her tea. She doesn't need it. She doesn't need that tea. Go ahead. Take her tea. You want a soda? Oh, yeah, okay. Take his soda. Take it. Yeah, take it. Yeah, there you go. Here you go. Yeah, they don't need it. Ladies and gentlemen, that's really what he's saying. You need to fill my needs. And you guys are going against my needs. Well, the FINA just went up against your needs, Lia Thomas. FIA decided to say, hails to the no. We're banning you. And they're going to ban this, and we're hoping that they ban this against all other sports and everything. I can get more into this boys interview, but really, listening to this dude talk is like nonsense. No, that's not what I did it for. That's not what I did. I didn't transition from. I wanted to do it for me and me, and people should accept me. Right? Yeah, we do accept you. We accept that you want to be a woman. That's cool. Be a woman, bro. Cool. Kudos to you. I'm all for it. Go ahead, man. Be your man. Be you, dog. But now you want to join in on my daughter's swim team that I've trained this girl all her life to be this and get a scholarship that she's no longer going to have the chance to get because your big tall ass and manly looking self and man physical body is going to be able to go get. Oh no, I'm taking hormones. Spare me. You still got the bone density of a man. You still got the arm lengths of a man, the hands of a man, the feet of a man, and so forth. I don't give a flip how many damn hormones you took, and so forth. You a dude. She's not. She has to do 5 times the work now to catch up to you. In order to be able to fairly compete, she has to do it 5 times harder now. Instead of maybe having to do it 2 times harder against her competitors who are real women. Yeah, you don't care about that. Let's go on and see what else this flip next. Do they have any more else? Because there was more to this.
That's UPenn swimmer Lia Thomas in her first TV interview since her dominance of the sport set off debate over transgender athletes in college sports. Critics say she has an unfair biological advantage, and a doctor at the Mayo Clinic apparently agrees. But supporters say she deserves to be able to participate.
So that doctor, which I thought they had the interview with that doctor on here. Lia, no, actually I do have I do have the interview with that doctor. Let's see. Here's some more pics of old Lia. Now, does that look like a dude? Does that look like a woman to you guys? I'm just want to know. Anybody see that? Look at the broad shoulders. You see how broad my shoulders are, ladies and gentlemen? Look how broad my shoulders are. See that? If you can see my shoulders, they're broad, they're brawny, and so forth. He's got my shoulders, dude. He's like this. Men are shaped like this. We have a boom and then a zoom like that. We come down like and straight across the board, and then we on our sides we slant down like a triangle and everything. That's right. And then from there, bottom down, we go straight. Women, however, like they always say, women are shaped like an hourglass. And they have voluptuousness to them. Do you see anything voluptuous about this dude right now? When he doesn't have his hair out and all that stuff like that, he's all got in the cap. I would look at this and look at that dude right there. I want to look at it and say, oh, look at that girl. It's not no freaking girl right there. I'm like, look at that girl right there. When Lia Thompson walks away from all the other men that are out there on the floor, when he gave up the race by chance just to make it seem like he was, because he didn't want to look like he was over dominating, so he lost on purpose on one of the other matches. That's just my opinion. That's just me. I'm just, anybody else would look at that. Tell me what you think and everything. I think the boy, yeah, he gave it up on purpose because good and well he ain't gonna come in no freaking 5th place. Give me a break. He come on, Joyner of Mayo Clinic told ABC News that a slew of advantages, including body size, airway size, hand size, foot size, perhaps bone density, all those things I was telling you guys, remember? I'm not no doctor, but that's just stuff you just know common sense. Would remain even after years of hormone therapy for trans athletes. So basically, even though Leah's up there talking about, well, I took hormones. I've taken hormones for the last year. So I should be able to go in women's sports and it's my truth. It's my fairness. It's my truth, and so forth. Thomas suggests that such criticism was unfair given the differences found in all athletes. I'm not a medical expert, but there's a lot of variations among cis female, and I hate that word cis. Since when do we have to be cis female and cis male? Because you guys had to come up with, being what you want to be now. All of a sudden, we got to go from being female, just regular female, to regular male. Well, there was never no cis. Ladies and gentlemen, you notice that? Don't fall for this bullshit about cis females and cis males, ladies and gentlemen, because this is bullshit and everything. That's a word they put upon us. I ain't no cis male. I'm a male. A male. Don't call me no cis, because I'm going to be looking at those as fighting words. You guys get all offended when somebody calls you, other than a they and a them, and I call you a she when you want to be a he, and you get all offended. Well, I get offended when you say cis. Don't call me no motherfucking cis and everything. Because I ain't no cis, male, cis, whatever the frick you guys want to call that shit. That's some bull shizzle and everything. And they all want to come up with that stupid name. I hate that mess and everything. So variations of among cis female athletes, this is his words, he said, referring to the term cisgender. That's what he means by cis. So he said, referring to the term cisgender, describing people whose gender identity corresponds to their sex. Really? Yeah, the gender that corresponds to my actual sex, which is male, not cis male. You don't have to put the cis in there. X that motherfucking shit. It's like these motherfuckers wanted to come up with a name for freaking Latinos now and everything. Latinos don't like Latinx. We're not about Latinx. I'm half Latino myself. I don't have no Latinx up in me and everything. You don't have to say no Latinx. I don't go by, I never went by no Latino, Latina. You got it? Everything. No Latinx. Motherfuckers, that's offensive. Latinos don't like that shiz. Real Latinos don't like that shiz. Since when they all said, but they got to come up with it because, you don't want to call them. No, they did that because they want to change our language, ladies and gentlemen. They want to change the language from, being a male to a female, and the way the Espanol language goes and so forth. Everything is a male and female kind of context in the wording. When we say Latino, that means a male, Latin person. Latina is a female Latin person. When we say L, when we say LEL, that's a male version. When we say la, that's for female and everything. So they want to try to scrap that shiz because these fools don't know what a woman is anymore. They don't know what a freaking man is anymore. And they want to throw that bullshit in there and say, oh no, they're Latinx. No, don't mess our language up. Because you motherfuckers can't deal with your own language, can't deal with the English language that's supposed to be proper language. No, don't go over there into the Latin other people's languages trying to screw their language up now. The hell? That's offensive. And I'm here telling everybody that's offensive and so forth. Don't say that shit. Don't. They're banning. So the World Swing bans transgender athletics, blah, blah, blah. There's something in here about them doing something with, let's see. Okay, so yeah, like they said, a transition before age 12 to compete in women's events. The organization also proposed an open competition category. Now, what they mean by the open competition category, ladies and gentlemen, is this will make it to where they'll have just transgender people going against other transgender people. Now, the reason why I like this and I find this to be very funny, because the whole idea behind them doing what they're doing, getting into women's sports, is so they feel like they're real women. See, that's the whole point. They want to feel like they're real women, It says further down here, this is not saying that people are encouraged to transition by age 12. It's what the scientists are saying, that if you transition after the start of puberty, you have an advantage, which is unfair. James Pierce, who is the spokesperson for FINA president Hussein Al-Musalla, told the Associated Press. They are not saying everyone should transition by age 11, which is technically what they're saying. That's ridiculous. Yeah, because it is ridiculous. You can't transition by the age in most countries, and hopefully you wouldn't be encouraged to do so. Basically, what they're saying is that it is not feasible for people who have transitioned to compete without having an advantage. So basically, they're thinking they're going to make it harder for transition, which it is for all these, because most people don't really start transitioning, start doing all that stuff till around 16, 17, 18. They start doing that kind of stuff, getting on them hormones and everything. They're not doing it at age 11 and 10 and stuff like that. But now that they're pushing it down to that point, that's what's going to start happening. So whether they mean for this to happen or not, that's exactly what's going to happen. But again, like I said, they created this open competition category, which I'm telling you guys right now. So what's really going to happen is that what they're going to do is they're going to create this category, the open competition category. And the open competition category, what it's going to do is it's going to make it to where, hey, we're going to be fair to you guys, something we've been telling them to do for the longest time. But we always knew, we always used to say this shit in joking and so forth. We used to say, oh, yeah, why don't you guys just have your own league and make trans women, a trans women league and a trans men league and everything. But we knew it was a big joke because we knew that they would never go for it, because the whole point for them going into women's sports in the first place is that they want to be feeling like they're women. This dude doesn't feel like a woman unless we all say he's a woman. See, they need our approval. That's sad, because if society doesn't approve of what they do, then they still don't feel like they've made it as a woman yet and everything, because they want to go 100% all the way. They need society to believe that they're women. And that's the problem, ladies and gentlemen, is they need society to believe that they're women. And we ain't going for that shiz. We're not going for that. You're not getting society. You're not getting Christians to think that. You might get some of these fake Christians out there. Some of these fake fools out there saying that they are about God, but they forgot about Leviticus and in the Bible. They forgot about all the other chapters in the Bible where God talks about what a man should be and what a woman should be. Oh, they forgot all about that shit. And so they let Satan come up in their church and take over. Satan's running those churches. That's not God, and so forth. So I don't call them people true Christians. They faking the funk. They faking the funk is what they doing, and so forth. So, but they think that, yeah, we'll make a category for them. But the problem is, I guarantee you people, these trans people are not going to go for it. And I like the fact that they're doing this, because this is what's going to finally pin the tail on the donkey. This is the one that's going to be the one for all the money. It's going to tell us what their true intentions are. You know how he says, oh, no, I do it for me, this and that. I'm not trying to be an unfair advantage, all that stuff like that, right? And so forth to the women. No, I'm not trying to be that. No, watch what happens when we ask Mr. Lia Thompson here, hey, Leo, guess what? We got a new category for trans women. Yeah, it's going to be trans women going against trans women. Well, why can't I just be going against just all women in general? No. You're going to go against women. It's going to be trans women. Now, see, this is where they're going to get screwed up. This is where their host is. Everything they've been saying is going to backfire on them, ladies and gentlemen. Because watch for this. Wait for it. Funny, I'm going to end it on this right here, ladies and gentlemen, and everything. The one thing I find the most funny out of all of this shit is, you notice that it's only the men that want to become women joining women's sports? But do you ever see the women who want to become men joining men's sports? Like, say, football, UFC fighting, some real rough and tough craziness? You see them wanting to go up against those men in weightlifting and so forth? You know, the man that decided to become a woman, he's in the women's weightlifting thing, deadlifting? Yeah, you notice that it's a man who becomes a woman that gets into that competition. You don't see a woman who wants to be a man who likes, doing deadlifting. You didn't